Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Carter's response to Beth's proposal for Hope and Liam's wedding. Beth Spencer will have a wedding proposal for Hope Logan and Liam Spencer, according to the bold and the beautiful. Here's what fans will see after Carter Walton's engagement reaction. Beth will model a dress at Brooke Logan Forrester's house that she might wear to Hope and Liam's impending wedding. Additionally, Beth will have an opportunity to pitch Liam and Hope on their wedding day. Beth will point out that Hope and Liam need a spouse, and she will believe that she should be the one. Normally, Carter takes on the role of officiant in such circumstances, but for obvious reasons it could be awkward. Carter would feel a little awkward performing the ceremony even though he is aware that his breakup with Hope is for the best. Knowing how things work, that could happen nevertheless, especially because Carter will receive updates about Hope's engagement and tell Daphne Rose that he is genuinely delighted for her. Carter wants Hope to enjoy her new romantic chapter with Liam, while he pursues his own with Daphne, having come to terms with the breakup of his previous relationship. Daphne will also respond to the news of Hope and Liam's engagement, but she will primarily want to concentrate on how Carter is handling everything. Regarding Beth's proposal to marry Liam and Hope, it wouldn't be the first time a child assisted them in getting married. It might be Beth's turn now since Douglas Forrester once conducted a little ceremony for Hope and Liam at the cabin. Beth can assist Hope and Liam in getting their initials before handling the legal details later, but she is obviously unable to make this marriage formal. We'll see if Hope and Liam persuade Beth to choose a different course of action. Sheila Sharp will press Deacon Sharp to meet once more in the interim, and she will worry to Lee Finnegan that Taylor Hayes would turn Deacon against her. But since their most recent therapy session went much beyond the normal doctor-patient relationship, Taylor will need to talk to Deacon about more significant issues. Taylor will now make an effort to control the situation and restore some professional limits. Deacon will emphasize their incredible bond and contend that what transpired wasn't unexpected. However, Taylor will endeavor to end the intimate nature of their exchanges and make it obvious that nothing similar can occur in the future. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, temptation may still produce problems for Deacon and Taylor in the upcoming episodes, so keep an eye out. Taylor's developing emotions for Deacon cause health concerns. Sheila retaliates. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor Hayes and Deacon Sharp will keep becoming closer as she tries to support him in adjusting to his new normal. Sheila Sharp is still watching Taylor because she thinks Taylor will save her marriage, but Taylor is unaware of this. Regretfully, Deacon determines that he is finished. Deacon has made every effort to maintain his union with Sheila. But since Sheila chose to date Luna Nozawa after learning that Luna was her granddaughter, Deacon has struggled. At last, Deacon informed her that she had to decide between him and Luna. Deacon was relieved that Luna had reportedly passed away in the hospital. Deacon, though, made an effort to comprehend Sheila's grief. Deacon was incensed to learn that Sheila was aware that Luna was still alive. Sheila had assured Deacon that she would never lie to him again, but she did just that. Now Deacon needs a change. Sheila had pleaded with Taylor to persuade Deacon to give her another chance after noticing that Deacon pays attention to her. But Deacon doesn't want to start dating his wife again. Deacon is drawn to Taylor and wants to follow their relationship. This has been ongoing for a while. After all, Deacon became close to Taylor while he believed she was dead. Deacon is only now reviving the relationship. The more Deacon and Taylor discuss their predicament, the closer they become. After all, Rich Forrester and Brooke Logan have harmed both of them. Sheila is unable to connect with Deacon and Taylor on the same level. But if Taylor develops a romantic relationship with Deacon, Sheila has threatened to kill her. Taylor may have been threatened by Sheila, but not directly. Lee Finnegan is the only individual who is aware of this threat. Lee obviously doesn't think Sheila will return and harm Taylor. Given how different Sheila has been with Deacon, Lee thinks, or at least wants to think, that Sheila is simply venting. Sheila, who is trained as a nurse, is aware that Taylor was receiving treatment for heart failure prior to receiving a diagnosis of broken heart syndrome. Could Sheila tamper with Taylor's medicine and lead to heart failure issues as a result? Will Sheila tamper with Taylor's medicine, endangering her heart, as retaliation for her falling in love with Deacon? Steffi questions Taylor. Deacon makes a daring move, and Bill changes his leadership style. Finally, a recap of The Bold and the Beautiful is available. Steffi Forrester Finnegan interrogates a reclusive Taylor Hayes in today's episode. In the meantime, Bill Spencer determines that his leadership style at work needs to change. Deacon Sharp also takes a risk. Liam Spencer tells Bill and Will Spencer about his engagement at work. Bill is amazed at how quickly his kid was able to reunite with his family. Liam says he finds it unbelievable that everything is coming together so effortlessly. Bill is enthusiastic about Liam's prospects. The speaker goes on to say that he hopes Spencer Publications reflects Liam's improvements. Cassie enters and talks about how the deal is getting closer. Liam clears his throat before Bill can finish his tirade. Bill shifts his perspective and advises Cassie not to worry. Bill urges Cassie to spend more time with her family while she appears stunned. Liam is incredibly proud of his father when Cassie departs. Bill understands that family and other things are more significant than money. Bill encourages his son to visit Hope Logan. Deacon and Deke Sharp congratulate Hope on her engagement in Il Giardino. The blonde talks about new beginnings and says her dad should have one as well. Has he thought about living without Sheila Carter Sharp? Deacon wishes they wouldn't be concerned about him. The man claims that everything is unknown at the moment, and that he still loves Sheila. The children believe Taylor can assist him in that regard. According to The Bold and the Beautiful recap, Liam and Hope eventually cross paths at Forrester Creations. As long as Sheila doesn't attend, they expect the wedding will improve their families. Hope wishes her father had more toes or was a little less insane. Steffi notices that her mother is considering a patient at the Cliff House. Life is much more than just work and grandchildren. Steffi is concerned about Taylor. The mother would far prefer be by herself than ride the bridge roller coaster once more. Taylor believes she won't remain by herself indefinitely. Steffi questions whether her mother is willing to date someone fresh. Steffi jets off after realizing she has a meeting. Deacon requests to meet Taylor via SMS. They ought to talk about what transpired. Taylor instructs Deacon to meet her at the office immediately, grinning. They both hurry to meet after hanging up. Lee should warn Taylor about Sheila. Lee is constantly entangled in drama. She plays a significant role in the triangle involving Sheila, Deacon, and Taylor this time. Sheila is jealous and worried since Taylor and Deacon have become closer during his therapy sessions. Sheila recently told Lee that she was afraid Deacon might cheat. Lee was concerned when Sheila vowed to kill Taylor if something occurred with Deacon, despite Lee's efforts to allay Sheila's anxieties. Lee ought to at least inform Shin if she is hesitant to issue a clear warning to Taylor. One admirer said, "If she doesn't, she's going to appear to be on Sheila's side about that." One viewer commented, "Lee is aware of this direct threat made by Sheila towards Taylor, and Lee has a moral if not legal obligation to tell authorities." Sheila and Taylor's predicament has put Dr. Finnegan in a difficult position. Lee and Sheila, as well as Lee and Taylor, are friends and in-laws. As they assisted Luna in her recuperation, the two formerly adversaries forged an alliance. Lee must now decide which friend to defend. Lee should not take Sheila's warning lightly because she is a dangerous person. Lee might suggest that Taylor be cautious around Deacon. Her advice, though, will be ignored. Trouble is imminent since a romance between Taylor and Deacon is imminent. Lee might finally step up if Sheila follows through on her promise to fire the famous psychiatrist. But if Sheila is killed by Miss Carter, Lee's attempts to stop her might be in vain. Should we begin to worry about Lee? While Deacon admits he can't stop thinking about her, Steffi encourages Taylor to take a chance. When the conversation shifts to Spencer, Bill astounds Liam by informing him that this location ought to reflect him more than his fashion sense. When a female employee enters, Bill reprimands her for not completing the Harlan contract yet. But then, to everyone's surprise, says, "Don't worry about it. It's relaxed." Liam and Will observe with curiosity as Bill gives Cassie some time off and advises her not to stress about it. When Cassie leaves, they cheer. Bill gives a speech about Liam's experience, which helps him see that some things are more significant than money. They give each other hugs. Hope, who has just informed them of the engagement, gives Deacon and Deke a hug in Il Giardino. Hope says that new beginnings are possible and shifts the topic to her father's romantic life. She asks Deacon whether he has considered what life could be like without Sheila. Paradoxically, Deke wants Taylor to show Deacon that he has choices. The restaurateur begs his children to stop, but they don't, asking if Dad might find someone else. Deacon tells Sheila that he still loves her and that she is his wife. Hope and Deke remind their dad that she misled him. They want Taylor to guide him. Steffi surmises that her mother is considering what to do for one of her patients at the Cliff House. Taylor takes on a guilty look. Since Ridge has gone on, Steffi acknowledges that she worries about her mother, who just has her grandchildren and a job. Mom, what are you going to do next? Steffi objects when Taylor sidesteps. I don't want you to be by yourself. Although Taylor doesn't want to return to the Ridge go-round, she believes she won't be alone indefinitely. Mom, are you open to a new relationship? Steffi asks, squinting. Hope and Liam get together in the Forrester Design office to compare notes over their father's encouraging responses to their news. They hope that everyone will have a positive experience at the wedding. Hope is crossing her fingers that Sheila won't need to be included. Perhaps he will have more toes and a set wedding date. Steffi senses that someone will enter Taylor's life at the Cliff House. Taylor's phone rings, and she exhorts her mother to take the chance and go for it if it occurs. Deacon is here. He longed to hear her voice once more, so he merely texted her. He wants to see her again and can't quit thinking about her. She invites him to come to her office. Deacon remembers their intimate moment from the previous day. Will's life has been ruined by Luna. Luna is now expecting his child after getting him intoxicated and abusing him. When she was returned to prison, her hopes of starting a family with Will and their child were dashed. Knowing that Luna is in prison gives Will more peace of mind, yet his troubles still exist. What happens to baby Spencer is still a concern. Bill and Katie, Will's parents, had already made plans to assume care of the child. Will hasn't disclosed his plans though. Reddit users are guessing on Will's desire to be involved in his child's life. Will hasn't expressed any feelings on his desire to have or accept custody of the aforementioned child. The original poster stated, "He seems kind of removed for the most part." Will has not been asked what he wants by anyone. Bill and Katie believe they will obtain custody, and Luna believes the baby will make Will fall in love with her, but no one has asked Will what he even wants. One fan said, he might want to put the baby up for adoption. The issue with Will's story is that Bill and Katie have essentially taken over and are conducting so much damage control that it interferes with Will's goals. One viewer responded, the only decision he made was to stay with Elektra and tell her the truth, something his mother was against.